Hey everyone, welcome to their top list, top 10 list. Not quite a top 10 list, but a list that has 10 stuff in it. So, kind of a top 10 list. Here are 10 animes to watch before you die. I just did movies that I think everyone should watch within their lifetime. This is anime time. I'm going to do television shows next, but I wanted anime to have its own category and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I love anime. I know there's some people out there on this channel that love anime. Let me know if you're one of those people. But these are, for me, I think 10 anime you need to watch before you kick the bucket. Whatever that is. Hopefully it's not until you're 105 years old and you're alone in your bed and you throw a diamond off the ship. Never mind. This is also, I think, an anime list for like beginners as well, like good animes to start with. These are 10 different animes of different genres and stuff, with different kind of stories. So I think these are just 10 anime that I think are very easy to get into. And it's a good anime for beginners and just animes for even anime fans. If you've never watched them, you gotta watch them at least once in your life. Just to experience them. And again, this is my opinion. I'm not an anime expert by no means. I've seen quite a bit, but there's a ton I still need to watch. I'm still getting back onto the anime kick, but yeah, there's a lot I need to watch still. But this is just my list. 10 animes you need to watch before you die. First one, I'm going to go with a slice of life one. Nothing like a good anime. It's about real life stuff, and nothing is more real than high school. So I went with Classroom of the Elite. This is a terrific story. It's season 3 just came out. Absolutely loved it. I just watched it just literally a week ago. So good. It's literally about these high school students in this like very high-end high school, and they're separated into like 4 different classes: A, B, C, and D. And Class D are like the lower tier, and it's basically you doing normal school but trying to manipulate your way up the class ranks. It's almost like a society within a high school, and you trying to better your basically your people, your classmates is like your people, your neighborhood, your whatever, and your family in a way. And you're trying to raise your rank up, and when you're on the higher rank, you're supposed to keep the ones below you down. It's all through test scores, manipulation, and screwing people over. It's just the most like cutthroat stuff I've seen, and it's fascinating to watch because you see like the likable characters and how they do it and how they raise their ranks their way, than the unlikable characters who use people and manipulate people and how they raise their ranks or lower their ranks. It's all a bunch of these different people, and the main character is like the most fascinating main character. He is borderline sociopathic. He doesn't even care to raise his ranks, but he likes to manipulate people because that's just something he's good at. And it's insane the shit he pulls in these 3 seasons. I'm not going to spoil too much, but it's an interesting story about society and classism within a high school, and it's super political and out there, and I loved it. There's some funny moments here and there, but it's mostly a slice of life drama, sort of thriller in a way, but definitely check it out. It is remarkable, and it's got great animation and just fascinating characters, especially the lead. Man, I don't know if he's crazy or not, but he's great. I love it. Next, I'm going to go with a shonen. Shonen is like an action show for males, like it's geared to a little more of a male audience. And I'm going to go Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is just such an easy anime to get into. It's about 64 episodes, and they fly by. It's a great story about these 2 brothers who curse themselves, bring back their mother, and they go on this like journey fighting these like homunculuses, and it's just nuts. It's just a great action sci-fi thriller of a story about this brother trying to help his younger brother. He got like turned into this like robot. Well, his soul, like his body got melted, and he's in this like suit of armor, and he's trying to cure his brother and stuff, but also find who killed their mother and impress their father. And oh yeah, it's crazy. It's such a great show. It's got great characters, and it's got some hard-hitting emotional scenes, and it's a hell of a watch. It's an easy watch. It's definitely like the longest one I have on here, but trust me when I say it flies by. It's a phenomenal show. Definitely check it out. All right, next I'm going to go with a show for the girls. A show about main characters that are female, more female-centric, but I still think males can watch these as well. I'm gonna go with Nana. Nana is such a good show. My sister actually got me into this, and it didn't look like a show that I would particularly like. Even though I do like some music anime, like I loved like Beck the Mongolian Chop Squad, and I loved Kids on the Slope and stuff. I thought those were really good. But this one really kind of hit me, like about these two girls who are both named Nana, and they find out they're roommates with each other, and they're experiencing adulthood. This is like I'm so used to watching anime about like high schoolers, but this is about adults like in their 20s and trying to just live life. And like one of the Nanas is more like prissy and girly, and one of them is more hardcore and punk rock. And she's in a band. She's in a rock band. And this Nana is like introduced into the music world and hardcore heavy metal world and stuff. And she's never met someone who's cool as this Nana and stuff. And it's about this like friendship, and it's also about relationships and everything. And it's a very nice anime. It's very sweet. It's got such likable characters. It's got great music, very funny moments. It was such an easy watch, and it didn't seem like it would hit with me, but it did. And I'm shocked. And I think people should check it out. Check it out. All right, next I'm going to go with a Mecha. And the best Mecha for me is Code Geass. And I could have easily gone with Neon Genesis Evangelion, Visions of Escaflowne, Mobile Suit Gundam, all of them. But I think Code Geass is definitely the easiest one to watch. It's definitely one you need to watch and need to experience, because it's not just about the mechs. The mecha stuff is cool. It's got great action scenes, but it is a political show. And it is about a vigilante trying to change the world and change this dictatorship they live in. And it's interesting. The political warfare is great. The ending, this show has the greatest anime ending ever in a show. Ever. Lelouch, one of the best protagonists in any anime. One of them. Not the best, he's up there. He's fucking fantastic. The way he does it, the way he gets his people together, how he plays both sides. Incredible. Such a good show. Not gonna spoil too much, but if you're not into mecha, this is one to watch. This is a mecha that doesn't feel too much like a mecha, even though there is mecha fights, big robot fights, but there's more to it. So trust me when I say it's a good one. It's a good one. I promise. All right, next I'm going to go with more like the horror thriller. There's a lot of horror ones I could have went, but I went with more of the psychological thriller route, and that's Death Note. Death Note is definitely one that most people have watched. If you have watched any animes, I think Death Note is like the one people like get introduced to when it's like anime. Like when people get introduced to anime, most people who I talk to when they say their first anime they watched was Death Note. And I get it because it's such a good story. It's one of the best stories out there about this young teenager finding this Death Note where you write someone's name in the Death Note and they die. And he thinks he can basically rule the world as a god and kill anyone he wants and become Kira, the God Destroyer, the Human Destroyer, the Heart Destroyer. And there's this investigator named L, and he's trying to figure out who Kira is and stuff. And it's this like cat and mouse manipulation game. Super dark, super raw, super out there, and love it. I love it. The music, the characters, especially Light Yagami and L, are great characters. The verses, cat and mouse game, the manipulation game they play with each other is just awesome. The ending is good too. I wish it ended a little different, but doesn't ruin the anime. Still amazing. All right, I'm gonna go with a comedy now. Who doesn't love a good laugh? And I think one of the funniest anime I have personally watched is The Devil is a Part-Timer. everyone needs to experience this show because it's what it is. It's funny as fuck. It is literally about Satan coming to the human world and getting a job at McDonald's. If that premise alone doesn't just not sound hilarious, then I don't know who you are. You have no soul. That's funny. That to me is hilarious, and it is funny. The premise isn't just what makes it funny. Is the main character himself, the devil himself, is super funny. His fascination with the human world and him trying to rule the human world, but he's very poor. He has a bicycle who thinks the bicycle's a horse. He has this servant who's bigger and stronger than him, but serves him for some reason, even though they have like no powers. And then he kind of starts feeling like love for the first time, and it's so ridiculous, but I love it. I love every second of it. Season 2 finally came out. It took them like 7 years to get a season 2, and I loved it. It's freaking funny. And if you need a good laugh, watch Devil's a Part-Timer. Alright, what's next? We're gonna go with some action adventure time. Demon Slayer. It's too common, I think, but it's okay. It's a good one. Demon Slayer has got great characters, a great lead character, and his sister, who I think is my favorite character. A lot of great action, a lot of disturbing moments, but it has some lighthearted moments too. But if you're looking for just a freaking hardcore bloodfest action adventure story, Demon Slayer is the anime for you. Trust me. It's got some of the greatest action sequences put in an anime. So you won't be disappointed. Alright, next I'm going to go with a romance. And there's an anime that is so underrated that people need to see, and it's called Just Because. Just Because is such a beautiful, pure, and lively and real love story. Yeah, it's more of like a younger love story because I don't know why Japan likes to focus on young love. They don't like to talk about old love, but young love. But this is just such a great 12-episode series about this relationship, this growing relationship. It just feels so pure, innocent, and real. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. There's so many great romances. I could have went with movies, but I'm sticking with more with the anime shows. Just Because you'll love it. Trust me. All right, we're getting here to the end here. Let's go with the sports. Sports anime. Who doesn't love sports? You like sports? Watch Kokos Basketball. Kuroko no Basket, or Kokos Basketball, is such a great anime. It's a great basketball anime. And it's about just this basketball player trying to make this team the best team in the school. And it's up to him with his amazing skills. It's funny. It's got great characters. It's a great message about camaraderie and teamwork. Beautiful, stellar animation. The way they do the basketball sequences with the anime style of animation is so good. I know everyone talks about Slam Dunk, which is cool, but I'm more of a Kokos Basketball kind of guy. You know Slam Dunk's good. I'm going to go with Kuroko. Sue me. Alright, last one. I'm going mainstream now. Cowboy Bebop. Everyone needs to experience Cowboy Bebop. Everybody does. It is just the anime people call one of the greatest animes of all time. For good reason. It is one of the greatest animes of all time. Writing, direction, animation, characters, ending, beginning, style, edit. I just said editing. Editing. Let's go with editing again. Why not? It's just a great show. It plays very homage to old school 80s jazz, action, sci-fi stories. It's very Tarantino with its dialogue. It's very stylistic. It's got a great story. I love that it's not very linear and only like 4 episodes are really connected. It's very episodic, which I think is cool and very unique. And to me, it blows me away every time. And to me, it's the greatest anime of all time. So you need to watch it. So yeah, those are 10 animes you need to watch before you die. Let me know in the comments below what are 10 animes you think everyone needs to watch before they die. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.